Hi, my name is Josh again. I'm a physical therapist with Integrated Physical Therapy. I wanted to create this brief video to recap 3 of those exercises I got to share with you today. These exercises are aimed at improving your balance, but also improving your hip strength and endurance. Hip endurance is directly related to our balance. So to jump right in, first thing we talked about was the single leg balance. So for this, I'm going to use the back of a chair. You can use a countertop at home, anything that is stable and you can use to hold your hands to that will provide stability. Now, before going into too much detail with the single leg balance, with each of these 3 exercises, there are easy ways to make it easier or more difficult depending on your comfort level. So just start somewhere and be consistent with it a couple of days. It takes on average 2 weeks for a muscle to get stronger, so give it a little bit of time to work. So first, you're just going to stand here and you're going to bring one foot slightly up off the ground. It's not crazy, like you're not trying to really bring your knee to your chest or anything, just trying to get that off the ground and trying to hold for about 20 seconds is what research shows really helps your balance when we walk. So that's the goal, is to get to where you can hold for 20 seconds. Don't start there, start with 5, start with 10, if you can with 15. But as you start to get more confident, build into that 20-second goal. Once again, just from the front side, you're not doing this. So you're not trying to just lean on one side and lift that leg up a little bit. You want to keep your shoulders over your hips. Just gently lift that one foot up. See if you can hold for 20 seconds. And if you're really feeling confident with it, take your hand away. Okay? One of the fun ways that I try to make this functional is if I'm brushing my teeth, try to brush your teeth and see if you can keep your balance, okay? So it's really fun, very practical. So that's number 1, single leg balance. The second one is we start to use a little hip slider. So I use a little furniture slider. You can use a fluffy sock at home, or you can also just do this with your shoes. So nothing under my foot. I'm able to just let my foot slide forward, out to the side, and behind. Now, with the slider, this will make it a smoother movement. Once again, you don't want to try to reach as far as you can, reach as far as you can, and reach as far as you can back. Your goal is to keep your core engaged and this right hip engaged. That's where your stability will come from. Sliding out to the side, and behind. Okay? The way I like to keep count is 1, 1, 1, going up to 5. Once you can do 5, add 1. Go to 6. Once you can do that, go to 7. I cap them at 8. I find that anything more than 8, you're kind of doing a little bit too much. So do 8, switch feet, try 8, and switch. And you can actually do that twice as your capacity starts to grow towards that. Once again, this is something where you can have it be very simple, like a small movement, just trying to get your body familiar with that feeling. Or you can really try to sink into that knee. So you're not reaching again, you're sinking into that knee and then out to the side, okay? So that is the hip slider. The last thing that you can do, that's number 2. The third one is the sit to stand. I'm just gonna turn this chair and have a seat. Now, if you have knee pain or a history of knee issues, you wanna start with a higher chair. So find a chair in your house that sits a little higher that you'll stand up from and be easier on your knees. I'm just gonna use this normal chair. Knees shoulder width apart, toes slightly out. That makes it easiest on your knees and your hips. Starting out, you can use your hands, okay? If that's what you need to do. Start with this, going 5 reps, going up to 8 if you can. Once you can tolerate 8 repetitions, take your hands away and you can start back at 5, okay? Just trying to keep those nose in between your knees as you're coming up, okay? And then as you start to get more confident with this, you actually can get away. I'm going to use a little kettlebell that I have that works really nicely because it has this handle and you can just hold this right to your chest. Okay. Now you'll notice I'm not holding this weight out in front of me, keeping it tucked right to my chest. And that actually will make it the momentum standing up a little easier. and you're still getting a great exercise for your low back, your hips, and your knees. How many times do we stand up during the day? Lots and lots. So getting this single movement stronger will help your balance, getting in and out of the car, getting up and down from doing anything that you're doing during the day. So once again, I work with integrated physical therapy. I'd love to hear from you. Send me any questions or feedback you have about our time or this few minutes of balance. But remember, building up your hips will actually help your balance. Okay, I look forward to hearing from you. Thanks.